This week, WoW brings you our top 5 matches of 2025. Starting off at number 5.
I mean, really, there's still time for any of you animal activist groups to come protest. You know, really strike this match. Shut it down.
A dog collar match.
The following main event is a no disqualification, no time limit, non-title match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Jackson, Tennessee and Morristown, Kentucky, it's Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones.
Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty with those dog collars, David. It is time for the special no disqualification, no time limit dog collar matchup just 2 weeks ago. After the dog food matchup, which Animal Instinct lost, Animal Instinct attacked. Big Rigs and Bourbon setting up for this matchup, David. Big Rigs and Bourbon wanting this matchup.
It's the first time in WoW ever. And the Big Rig and the Jessie had to eat that dog food as it was shoved down their throats with a silver spoon.
And their opponents from Salem, Massachusetts, and the Collins Kennel Club, respectively, is Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins. Animal Instinct.
And Animal Instinct, of course, at the top of the hour, David, wanted nothing to do with this dog collar
Now,
matchup.
where are they?
Are they going to show up?
Where are Animal Instinct? Look, there they are. They don't want to come out. They don't want to come out.
Our referees have had a busy night. They're having to literally drag Animal Instinct out here.
Animal Instinct being forced down into the WoW arena by the officials of WoW to take part in this main event tonight. Again, our thoughts go out to Tara Strike. They're tending to her back in the back. The ambulance is coming to get her. We will get an MRI. We'll give you a report in a week, hopefully on our next program of WoW. Right now, Animal Instinct coming down to ringside. Not only reluctantly, but at the hands of the referees forcing them to the ring.
We're going to run out of TV time just trying to get them to the ring, David.
Well, if we do, you'll have to go to WOWE.com to see how this one turns out, fans. We'll bring it to you on social media. Very timidly, Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx make their way to their feet for this main event match. Oh, look at how fast they scoot.
Oh,
but
boy.
Jessie caught Katarina Jinx by the hair. She's got Katarina Jinx, and she's got her by the hair, and she's not letting the cat go. And now, Big Rig caught Goldie by the hair.
And
They
now,
pull them in, and they're going to get that collar around their neck one way or the other. This is the first ever dog collar match in WoW history. We've never had such a match.
and now, both Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins finding out what it's like to be on the other end of the leash. Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx sliding on the outside of the ring, but they're only going to get so far. Dragging Jessie and Big Rig are trying to the outside of the ring. David, you mentioned it. A first time ever here in WoW Women of Wrestling. Although the history of dog collar matches rich in the game of professional wrestling.
Well, I don't think Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones are interested in a submission vis-a-vis pinfall. They're interested in dishing out some punishment. They love having those chains. They've got Katarina Jinx wrapped around the pole. Jessie Jones pulling. Katarina holding onto the steel pole. Big Rig Betty going for a 3 count there. Goldie Collins able to snap out. So Big Rig was going for a fast spin, but Jessie's going to dish out some punishment.
You know, Alexander sure has cost Animal Instinct a whole lot of trouble.
I bet you he's still worth it, and I wonder just Just like last time, is he watching the action? Is he watching his mama, Goldie Collins, in the ring with Big Rig Betty right now?
Goldie Collins face first into the turnbuckle. Katarina Jinx just tangled up with that chain around the turnbuckle post.
Jessie Jones and Big Rig told me 3 days after the last event, they still tasted that dog food in their mouths. It was in their gums. They couldn't get it out with any type of toothpaste.
Well, not only the terrible taste, but absolute embarrassment as everyone saw across the nation on national television that dog food just shoved into the face of the Wild World Tag Team Champions. And again, fans, this is not for the Wild World Tag Team Championship. Now it's Goldie Collins kicking away at Big Rig Betty.
The chain being used by Goldie Collins right now.
Katarina Jinx just at the receiving end of a ton of damage from Jessie Jones. And again, how do you prepare for a match like this? I highly doubt that Katarina Jinx and Goldie, in fact, I know they've never been in a matchup like this, but the same can't be said probably for Jessie Jones and Big Rig, David.
Well, they were said to say it's inhumane. It possibly is. This is a violent match in imagery, exactly as Goldie Collins and Katarina Jinx said. But they brought it upon themselves by using their collars respectfully to give a pounding to Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones.
And now you see Goldie Collins just tearing away at Big Rig Betty. She's using that chain, raking it right across her face, and now Katarina Jinx has Jessie Jones just hanging.
Jessie Jones is choked out by the chain. The chain is choking Jessie Jones.
And Katarina Jinx is toying with her like a cat, using that dog leash to keep her down, and her partner, Big Rig Betty, knocking Katarina Jinx off of Jessie Jones, giving her a little chance to get back in the game now as Katarina Jinx, though, kicks at Big Rig Betty. What a main event. What a wild and crazy night this is here at WOW.
There's never been action like this in WOW. Just a crazy night of action here.
And now Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins trying to double team and successfully doing so far. Big Rig Betty, but Jessie Jones now using the chain to drag Katarina Jinx to the top rope. And now Jessie Jones just tying up Jinx. And Goldie Collins choking out Big Rig Betty. What a matchup this is. Goldie Collins hammering away at Big Rig Betty. The action, just so much. It's hard to call, but what a main event this is, David. Katarina Jinx nails the scorpion kick on Jessie Jones, and there's not been a lot of pinfall attempts this far in this matchup.
I told you there wouldn't be, Nigel. These two disdain each other.
They do, absolutely. And Goldie Collins, confident in herself. Look at her rubbing the chain, using the chain, pulling back like a harness on the face, right in the mouth of Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty.
Right now, everything's backfired on Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty, as finally Animal Instinct has found their way in this match.
Animal Instinct taking the beating to the Wild World Tag Team Champions, Big Rigs and Bourbon. Wait a minute, Big Rig, Jessie Jones, both thinking the same thing. Roll over, Katarina Jinx and Goldie get a 2 count. And now Big Rig Betty back to her feet. Ooh, Goldie Collins just going face first in that middle turnbuckle.
All 4 competitors in the ring because anything goes in this match.
No disqualification, no time limit, no count out, David. This is a dog collar match, a matchup as brutal as they come now. As Big Rig Betty, the lock and load.
It's all a result of that dog food. What do we have here?
Double schoolgirl roll up by the tag team champions, and they soundly defeat Animal Instinct.
They get revenge for the dog food. Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty get their revenge.
Here are your winners, Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones.
Up next, number 4.
No, David. You know what that sounds like to me? Is that there is not a single woman on this roster who wants to face the GOAT.
Santana Garrett faces off with Paola Mayfield.
Looks like Abilene Maverick is eyeballing the announce table over here as Santana Garrett answering the challenge. As Abilene Maverick was saying that all the WOW superheroes are too scared to take on Paola, Santana Garrett saying, not me.
She certainly isn't. Santana Garrett, the veteran of WOW, stepped right up to the table. And she's in there now against the GOAT, the Colombian GOAT, Paola Mayfield. You all know her from reality television, but soon you might know her from WOW Women of Wrestling. Santana Garrett popping right up, Nigel, twisting the arm of Paola Mayfield.
What a matchup this is for Paola Mayfield taking on former WOW World Champion Santana Garrett. Paola just 4 weeks ago made her WOW in-ring debut as she qualified for that Battle Royale. And of course competing in that 12 superhero over-the-top Battle Royale. I don't think, David, you could have given her a better welcome here to WOW Women of Wrestling. But yet, she and Abilene Maverick demanding a WOW World Championship shot. Well, as we said, David, the VIP status isn't good for title contendership, maybe like it is in Las Vegas. Paola now with a Colombian dance.
She loves the Colombian beat, and Santana Garrett shows her, welcome to WOW Women of Wrestling.
What a welcome mat.
Look at that. Santana giving her a little shake, a little rock, and a little roll.
Dance off here in the early going in this matchup. Your official in this contest, Scarlett Donovan now has
Pulling the hair. Miss Mayfield pulling the hair of Santana Garrett.
Isn't it funny how Abilene Maverick was quick to point out that people were cheating, by the way, in a no disqualification match. And now Paola Mayfield, springboard, arm drag. But Abilene Maverick and Paola don't mind bending the rules themselves, David.
No, they don't. And right now, Abilene Maverick is worried.
And Santana Garrett, again, the former WOW World Champion, a 16-year vet, a locker room leader, David.
Abilene Maverick watching intently as Santana goes up and tries to take over Paola, not getting the leverage that she wanted on the second rope, and subsequently not getting Paola over the way she wanted, but she held onto the left arm and still dragged her over. Now rushing the GOAT. Santana sideswept and now feeling the effects of a right hook to the chin and a snap there by the GOAT.
What a forearm shot followed up by a kick right into the spine of Santana Garrett. And now Paola Mayfield just hammering away at Garrett now, pressing both hands down. Garrett, though, pops the right shoulder up, kicks out at 2, and now the left shoulder coming up. Paola seems to be frustrated, as does Abilene Maverick. What a bridge!
Pop right out.
What a bridge! And now taking the hand of Santana Garrett, ramming that head right to the purple canvas.
The abdominal power of Santana on display as she was able to pop up from that pin, but she had to watch herself, Nigel, because her shoulders may have been on that mat for a second too long and she would have lost the match. Abilene Maverick watching on as her new protege, if you will, the reality star, Paola Mayfield, goes to town on Santana Garrett.
And Paola Mayfield right now in control of this matchup. And Santana Garrett on the receiving end of several. It looks to me like closed fist, David. Speaking of illegalities now.
The millions of fans on Paola's Instagram are watching this tonight, and the other million on her other social media sites. Santana Garrett's got to come together. She is the one that said, I accept the challenge of Abilene Maverick, and came out here tonight and took on this match.
Back elbow to Paola Mayfield, followed up by a kick from Garrett now, who ducks the clothesline attempt and sends Mayfield down to the canvas, David. Twice in a row now. Santana Garrett feeling the fans, feeling the momentum in this opening contest.
Back handspring goes Santana Garrett.
And now Garrett, side rushing leg sweep, floating over for the cover signature maneuver of the former WOW but still not enough to put away the VIP reality television star, Paola Mayfield.
Abilene on the outside giving encouragement.
And a knee to the temple of the head. And Santana Garrett has Paola locked in. It looks like we could be setting up for the rise and shine. My goodness.
She
Mayfield
clocks her, Nigel.
just falls right on her back in the middle of the ring. And Santana Garrett off the ropes now. Going
Look at that! Her wrist pulled right out from under her by Abilene Maverick, the former champion of WOW, giving Paola Mayfield the opportunity, and the GOAT takes advantage of it.
that swinging neck breaker as Santana Garrett was going for the shining star press. Abilene Maverick pulled the arm and cost Garrett this matchup.
Here is your winner, Paola Mayfield, the Colombian GOAT!
A stolen victory.
Next up, a 12-woman battle royal for the WOW World Championship.
This is your main event for the WOW World Championship title. It's a 12-person over-the-top rope elimination battle royale. Introducing first, the competitors, the class master, accompanied by Samantha Smart. Introducing Genesis. From Long Beach, California, Reina Del Rey. Under the tutelage of the fabulous Lana Star, two competitors are Penelope Pink and Holly Swag. Under the tutelage of the VIP, Abilene Maverick, Paola Mayfield, the Colombian GOAT. This is what it's all about, fans. The fabulous lot of stars here. Abilene Maverick. And this is Samantha Smart. Someone's gonna walk out of here tonight with this gold. When we come back in a moment, we will be introducing the next competitors, the next 6 that will be in this 12-person over-the-top rope elimination battle royal for the gold prize of WOW. Stay tuned. Welcome back to WOW Women of Wrestling. Introducing now the next 6 competitors for this championship event. From Albania, the Albanian grappler, Zena Phoenix. Ring veteran, Chantilly Chella.
faction mates, Penelope Pink and Holly Swag, tag partners, Holiday and Chantilly Cella. But this is a every superhero for herself situation. And now, former Wild champions in the ring, along with newcomers. And David, Paola, Mayfield, one of those newcomers in this matchup.
She's going and banging on Tormenta heavily, Abilene.
As she should be, David. She's here to win.
But she's just been pulled away by ring veteran Santana Garrett.
Of course she has. That is because Santana is jealous, David. That's all this is. She wants to be her, and she is not her. See this? You see Paola right now? Is Santana cheating?
Santana's going to take Paola over. Santana's putting Paola over the rope.
She's cheating, David.
Holiday's got her friend Chantilly up, but she's using her as a weapon as she takes down Holly Swag and now Princess Aussie. Holly Swag going down. Holiday and Chantilly have an idea how to win this. Combine their efforts. It could be. What would happen if the two of them were left in it?
That's right, but what if it's down to Penelope Pink and Holly Swag? What could happen there? There's already a lot of drama going on with the Fab Four team.
The competitors are all in the ring. Still all 12 are in there. The newcomer, Xena Phoenix, is pounding away on the Classmaster. Xena Phoenix, this is her opportunity for stardom, just like Terry Gold 25 years ago.
And David, to remind our fans, the way to get eliminated from this matchup, both feet must hit the ground. You must be thrown over the top rope to be eliminated. The last superhero standing will be your brand new Wild World's Champion.
Everybody in this building's on their feet. It's going wild in mayhem, and Santana Garrett is almost eliminated. Santana Garrett is in trouble. She's on the ring apron. She's got to watch out. She slips herself back in. Xena Phoenix! Xena Phoenix! Xena Phoenix! Xena Phoenix is eliminated! Xena Phoenix has been eliminated!
Xena Phoenix, who was the first to qualify for this 12 superhero over-the-top battle royal, the first out in this matchup.
Paola's in trouble! Paola's in trouble!
Come on, Paola.
And now 11 women left in this matchup. And these 11 women qualified for this matchup. They weren't just hand-selected. They were qualified and earned their way into this main event contest.
Abilene Maverick could have been in the competition. However, she said she was injured, but she brought another VIP to be in it, Paola Mayfield.
David, I am injured. If I was in there, everyone would have already been eliminated. I would have already won. Paola is after taking her sweet time because she knows you will want to see her in the ring. That's all it is, David. She's still going to win. She's still the winner. Look at her. Look at her right now. That's a champion, David. This is what champions
They're
do.
taking over Tormenta. Tormenta's in trouble. Tormenta, a Mexican champion, is in trouble. Reina Del Rey in there with Chantilly Cella. Chantilly Cella in the middle of the ring.
And David, the longer this matchup goes on, who does it favor the most? Wait a second, Chantilly Cella.
Chantilly Cella, she's still on the apron.
Reina Del Rey doing her best to knock Cella off the apron. And there she does.
Chantilly Cella is eliminated. Chantilly Cella is eliminated as she tried to leap back into the ring.
And
Holiday's got Reina Del
Chantilly
Rey.
Cella now trying to seek a little bit of revenge in this matchup. Trying to suplex Reina Del Rey, but she's not going to be able to. Neck breaker, snapping that neck right across the top rope to Reina Del Rey. Tormenta sitting up on the top turnbuckle. Holly Swag trying to get her off of the rope.
Genesis toss. Santana Garrett. Santana Garrett takes out Holiday. Santana Garrett, former champion, takes out Holiday.
David, they're double getting her. I need to go help. Should I go help her? Should I help her?
You
David,
better
look at my
stay
Paola.
right here, Abilene Maverick. You better stay here.
I don't like this.
Samantha Smart and Lana Starr on the outside, but they haven't gotten into the action. You're here to commentate. And remember, you're injured, Abilene Maverick.
I know.
9
Don't even
competitors
start
still
me, Samantha.
left.
They're making fun of me, David. Look, she stayed in because she is a true
Who's
champion.
next? It's anybody's guess. Holly Swag is over there with Lana Starr, giving her some oxygen.
Yeah, get her, Papa!
Look at this, all of the superheroes on the attack of Reina Del Rey. A huge target for the superheroes in this matchup, David.
Everybody's ganging up on Reina Del Rey, the biggest and the heaviest competitor in the ring.
Look at my girl up there, looking so beautiful, sitting on top.
Tosser in combination to the ropes, and Princess Aussie and Tormenta teamed up, and Reina Del Rey is eliminated.
8 competitors still hanging on in this matchup.
The Colombian goat is up there shining herself like you, Abilene. And they're all going after the goat. The Colombian goat is removed from the competition. Abilene Maverick Star, VIP, person that she put into the Battle Royal, is eliminated. Paola Mayfield is out from championship competition.
And David, what a heck of a reality check for Abilene Maverick.
5 competitors, only one will survive and be the new WOW World Champion. Only one will survive.
7 competitors still in the ring now as Tormenta and Princess Aussie working together as a team. Of course, they team regularly here on WOW. And now, trying to eliminate Genesis.
Genesis is removed. Genesis is removed from competition.
And Penelope Pink yelling to Holly Swag, come on, we're a team. We should take out Princess Aussie, and Tormenta now is the class master. Just strangling Santana Garrett on the top turnbuckle.
We've got Aussie, Santana Garrett, Penelope Pink, and Holly Swag. Somebody's gonna be the new WOW World Champion. We've got 3 former champions in the ring. One of them could win it again, Nigel.
One of these 6 superheroes will walk out of here the brand new WOW World's Champion. Will it be Aussie, Santana, Tormenta, Swag, Classmaster, Pink? Right now, the triple fast press from Tormenta, Santana, and Aussie. But the only way to win this matchup is to throw your opponent over the top rope.
Look at the triple kicks. Only 6 competitors in the ring remaining.
The action just so fast, so quick, and at any second you can be eliminated. This is where dreams will be destroyed and one person's dream will be realized in this main event matchup, David. The WOW World Championship hangs in the balance. We talked about it 25 years ago. This is how we crowned the first WOW champion, Terry Gold. And historically, Battle Royals.
Holly Swag takes out Princess Aussie. Princess Aussie is tossed out.
Historically, Battle Royals in women's wrestling history have produced world's champions. But Princess Aussie, eliminated by Holly Swag, slipped underneath the bottom rope.
She didn't go over the
out.
top rope. That's a good observation, Nigel. She did not go over the top rope, Holly Swag. So she was able to, look at this!
Holly Swag from all the way up top, and upon instinct went for the cover. But again, the only way to eliminate your opponents are to throw them over the top rope, David. Both feet have to hit the ground. Holly Swag doing what she can with former WOW World Champion Santana Garrett. Penelope Pink follows up, but Garrett hangs on, David.
Santana Garrett has almost been eliminated several times. Boy, she gives a brutal kick to Holly Swag. But there, Penelope Pink takes her left leg out from under her. Santana Garrett is just holding on. Penelope Pink and Holly Swag are arguing with each other. They're both part of Lana Starr's team, and they were arguing with each other. Santana taking advantage, trying to pull Pink over.
Santana, now wait a second, Pink inadvertently kicks Holly Swag, David, and now Pink and Garrett on the outside ring apron now, battling back, trading forward blows.
The 2 former champions going at it. The kick by Santana Garrett, and now Holly Swag's eliminated. Santana Garrett's eliminated, and also Penelope Pink.
And the final two competitors in this matchup, 10 superheroes have been eliminated. And it comes down to these two superheroes, Tormenta and the Classmaster. Holly Swag and Penelope Pink on the outside. Holly Swag inadvertently taking out Penelope Pink and herself in an effort to eliminate Santana Garrett. And now the two Fab Four members at odds, but now Tormenta, discus punch to the Classmaster. Could we see Tormenta finally capture gold?
The Mexican Star could win the WOW World Championship.
And Tormenta and the Classmaster both won that WOW Championship. And don't forget, Tormenta with the big victory just a week ago here on WOW over the Classmaster.
Tormenta showing her power, showing her strength, and she takes the 6'2" competitor down.
The Scorpion Death Drop as Tormenta clutching her ankle, but still hanging in this matchup. The Classmaster powers back up, shoving Tormenta into the corner.
Coming in at number 2.
It breaks my heart that it has come to this, that they have to fight like animals inside of a cage.
A steel cage match for the WOW Tag Team Championship.
This is the main event for the WOW World Tag Team Championship, scheduled for one fall. This is a cage match. The competitors will all be locked inside the cage. No way out. Only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Introducing first, from the Magic City, Lovely Lori and Luscious Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet Heat.
It is main event time. The steel cage match for the WOW World Tag Team Championship. And tonight, Luscious Lindsay and Lovely Lori look to make history in this Tag Team Championship match, becoming the 5-time World Tag Team Champions. Will they be able to pull it off tonight? Or will the team of Holly Swag and Penelope Pink solidify their reign as the WOW World Tag Team Champions? We will find out.
And their opponents, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from America's Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, and Jackson, Tennessee, respectively, your WOW World Tag Team Champions, Penelope Pink and Holly Swag.
This is it, Nigel, the main event tonight. The Cyclone Steel fencing will be locked. On the outside, only the fabulous Lana Star. And fans on the inside, the championship titles will be on the line, as the 4-time champion Carlson twins will be in there against Holly Swag and Penelope Pink.
That's right. right, David, one way or the other. History will be made and is being made right here, right now on WOW. And David, the WOW World Tag Team Championship hangs in the balance in this steel cage match. Lana Starr, who was here for the first cage match in WOW history, has a front row seat to this, the second cage match in WOW history. And this time, it's for the WOW World Tag Team Championship. There you see the champions, Holly Swag and Penelope Pink.
They're all locked in this squared circle of cage in just moments as the referee explains the rules to this tag team match. There's not much to explain other than the titles are on the line and you can't get out of the cage.
David, we've had regular matches between these teams. No disqualification, lumberjack matches, but none of those matches able to contain the feud that is Miami Sweet Heat versus Penelope Pink and Holly Swag. So the decision was made, David. Bring back the cage.
There's Jeff McGowan. There's Jeff McGowan. He's locking up the cage right now. You see it.
Padlocking that steel door, David.
The competitors are sizing each other up as Jeff is locking the cage door.
I would be remiss if I did not bring up a childhood memory, seeing the first ever steel cage match in WOW history at the WOW Unleashed pay-per-view some 25 years ago when I became a fan of professional wrestling, and now seeing this live and in person.
Well, Holly Swag went to run and jump right out of the cage, but Lindsay brought her back in.
And now, all four superheroes just tearing into each
And
other.
if Holly had successfully left, she would have left Pink in there for a pounding from both Carlsons.
Oh my, double back elbow for Pink and Swag, David. And as I mentioned, a history-making event. You've talked about it, I've talked about it. The last time we saw this cage surround the WOW ring, it was the feud that really made WOW, David, and that was Thug versus Selena Majors.
That was 25 years ago, and this is now. This is tag team action like never before in WOW history. Somebody's gonna have the championship, and someone's gonna put all this to end tonight. Holly Swag, the one that has stirred the pot within the Fab Four, fabulous team of fabulous Lana Starr. Holly Swag got in there, stirring the pot, making the Carlson sisters once wrestle against each other because the two sisters didn't get along. But they looked at each other and they found out their sister twin bond was greater than any friendship that could be destroyed by a pot stir.
That's right, David. And now you can see both lovely Lori and Penelope Pink climbing up the top of the cage. Penelope Pink, lovely Lori now, and a very weird, oh boy, Luscious Lindsay with the fall away slam to Holly Swag and Penelope Pink, kicking lovely Lori off that top rope. Penelope Pink, though, gets a shot from Luscious Lindsay right into the midsection, and Lindsay going up to get Penelope Pink, David.
But unlike other cage matches, you don't win if you escape, you lose. But obviously, Pink not wanting to be in here for this type of violent brutality.
Pink does not want any part of this as the Luscious one falls off of that top rope. Holly Swag going for the cover.
We're putting them in here to have a finale that ends this feud for once and for all.
Oh, wow, what a drop kick from lovely Lori, caving in the chest of Penelope Pink as the back crashes with that cyclone steel, David. And right now, the champs are reeling.
Everyone in here is reeling. The two teams squaring up. Oh, the twins ram. The midsections of Holly Swag and Penelope Bing, and there's nowhere to go on the outside. Their backs are stuck and hit the steel cage, Nigel.
Not only that, but the foreheads of the Carlson twins hit the cage too, sacrificing their own bodies in this matchup. This is how important this contest is. It's not just about revenge, David. It is about the WOW World Tag Team Championship.
Oh, Lana Star climbed up on the cage to give some instructions, and she got nailed herself. Backbreaker with the knees by Holly to Lori. Lori in trouble. Lindsay in trouble. Pink is pinning Lindsay.
Penelope Bing, oh my! Luscious Lindsay gets the right shoulder up, and Holly Swag now going for the cover on lovely Lori.
Lana Star got up on the top of the side of the cage, and they popped her good, and down she went. Oh, thrown into the steel mesh fence are the Carlson twins, simultaneously by the tag team champions of WOW.
And that steel just ripping away at the skin of the Carlson twins. And the fans here in the WOW Arena, you can hear them, David. I'll let them speak for themselves.
It's so loud in here, Nigel, I can hardly hear.
This is awesome, David. And now you see, almost using the cage like a cheese grater. Look at the face of lovely Lori being grated right across that cyclone steel, David.
Lori being tossed into the cage again. One side to the next side goes the former champions of WOW.
And the fans chanting for sweet heat. They have seen Holly Swag and Penelope Pink cheat their way through their title reign, stir the problems up with the family, and now Penelope Pink, Holly Swag, double leg lariat. Could this be it? No. Both lovely Lori and luscious Lindsay kick out. And David, you were forced to make this match.
Of course, because all four of these competitors kept feuding, and their feud ended up in the alleys of the arena and the backstage area. The lumberjack couldn't contain them, and now this was forced upon us.
Double suplex connects. And the Carlson twins, Miami Sweet Heat, fighting their way back in this match. Delicious one almost gets the 3 count on Penelope Pink. But again, this is for the WOW World Tag Team Championship, and Penelope Pink knows that, kicking out at the last possible half second.
There's the boots laid to Holly Swag by Lindsay, the little troublemaker Holly Swag that stirred the pot, forcing the two sisters into a serious confrontation that ended up with the two of them wrestling each other. Oh, and Holly Swag is paying for it now. She was the one that went to Pink and said, let's win it. Pink really wasn't interested in tag team championships. She wanted the singles title, but they both succeeded with the encouragement of Lana Star.
And now Penelope Pink in the trio of woe as luscious Lindsay and lovely Lori go to work on Holly Swag now.
All four of these competitors once semi-friends, but now they're all foes. And right there, Holly Swag is lifted and popped into the steel cage. Lori's going, look at Penelope Pink. She's trying to grasp for air. Oh my! Penelope Pink able to pop herself from the 3rd rope and nail both Carlson twins, taking them down for a potential pin.
And you can see welts forming on the back of all of these competitors.
The EMTs are on standby.
And all of these competitors are going to need to see the EMT after this matchup, David.
Well, there's an ambulance in the front of the building. It's been blocked off by the police. The permit has been paid, and it's here on standby as these four competitors in this main event of WOW Women Are Wrestling are going at it like never before.
And this is a wild brawl now. And where's lovely Lori? Oh, my!
Nobody home, as they love to say. And there Holly gets a kick into Lori, who's suffering from hitting that mat at full force. Look at Holly Swag. Nigel, she's going up high. Holly Swag is up there. Oh no, oh no. This is so dangerous. So dangerous.
A crossbody off the top of the 12-foot tall steel cage. Holly Swag sacrificing her body for this WOW World Tag Team Championship, David.
Lindsay is bleeding from the forehead as it's been raked against the cage. Penelope Pink trying desperately to roll over to get a potential pin. Holly Swag just leaped from the top of the cage.
And Holly Swag, Penelope Pink, and Miami Sweet Heat, all four superheroes on their feet. And oh no!
What's this?
Penelope Pink!
She was taken down by Holly Swag, and she says the heck with her. And now they're pounding away on the troublemaker. They're hitting the troublemaker. Penelope Pink has turned her back on her tag team partner.
I can't believe
She's
what I'm
joining
seeing
forces
here.
with the Carlsons, and they're taking the girl that turned her back on her mother, and they're gonna teach her a lesson. The mother couldn't teach her some respect, but now Penelope Pink and the Carlson twins do it.
What in the hell just happened? What has happened here?
Penelope Pink believed possibly that Holly Swag leaped onto her is all I can assume. And she has sided with the Carlsons with, oh no!
What a way to end a match. Before we get to number 1, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know which was your favorite match of 2025. And rounding off to number 1, Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones take on Penelope Pink and Holly Swag.
Accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from America's Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, and Jackson, Tennessee, respectively. It's Penelope Pink and Holly Swag.
Holly Swag and Penelope Pink looking to do what their Fab Four teammates did at the top of the broadcast and walk away with the victory and hopefully those WOW World Tag Team Championships. Of course, earlier in the evening, David, we saw Holly Swag so excited to tag with Penelope Pink, but Pink really not on the same page. She was reading a magazine and didn't really care too much to hear anything Holly had to say. Sweet Heat stormed out of the room. What's going on with the Fab Four?
I don't know about that, but Miami's Sweet Heat is nowhere to be found. Lana Star not accompanying them to ringside. Lana's taken the attention and put it on the new star, Holly Swag, with the former champion Penelope Pink.
And their opponents from Jackson, Tennessee, and Bardstown, Kentucky, it's Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones.
I was glad to see Holly Swag give the rocks in the sock to our ring attendant, not keeping it at ringside. She's taking our warning seriously as the champions make their way to ringside, Nigel.
Big Rigs and Bourbon on their way to the ring and ready to defend those silver championships, the WOW World Tag Team titles, David.
You know, they make that gesture like they're going to take the teeth out of their gums. Nobody wants to see that.
Referee Jeff McGowan getting the silver WOW World Tag Team Championships, lifting them in the air. Those are on the line in this main event matchup. The WOW World Tag Team Championship up for grabs.
Who's going to take off in the first set of this tag team match? It's Jessie Jones, and it's going to be Holly Swag. Not possibly wanting to go in.
Well, Penelope Pink just pushed Holly Swag into the ring, and this is what I'm talking about, David. I don't know if these two superheroes are on the same page, but it's certainly going to be. Look at how Holly Swag just tagged down to Penelope Pink.
Holly Swag goes to the outside. She tagged, and now here comes what seemingly is a reluctant Penelope Pink.
Well, after Swag turned her back on her mother, would you want to get in there?
I'm always wondering, can you trust Holly Swag? The answer to being if she's a Trojan horse has never been totally answered. The fact is, Lana Starr's always trusted her, and actions speak more than words. So right now, I guess not.
Jessie Jones, what a submission she has now here on Penelope Pink. Rolls over on her back, gets the shoulders of Jessie Jones down for one, but Jones, such a crafty veteran now, with the revolver on Penelope Pink, a signature maneuver of Jessie Jones that is certain to make Penelope Pink at least dizzy at the very least. Penelope Pink reaching out, grabbing that bottom rope and breaking not only the hold, but any possible pin attempt. Now as Penelope Pink in the corner of Big Rigs and Bourbon. That's the Kiss by Grits hip check from Jessie Jones as now. Jessie Jones and Big Rig working together. And the changing lanes now, sending Penelope Pink down to the canvas, and you can see the look on her face. That was painful now as she's able to kick out and save herself in this championship matchup. Her partner, Holly Swag, on the outside, watching her mother, Big Rig Betty, take Penelope Pink to school now. The WOW World Tag Team Championships up for grabs is now Penelope Pink on the receiving end of that Bulldog DDT.
One thing's for sure, Nigel. Big Rig Betty and Jessie Jones, who have been friends for many years, I don't know if it's as much as 20, but definitely for over 12 to 13, they know each other. They got the combinations. There's a speak, there's a language when they look at each other's eyes. And Pink and Holly don't have that language.
Well, Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty, as you mentioned, they're two country girls, and they have spent a lot of time on the road together, riding up and down the road, riding up and down the highways, having the same mentor shared in that of wrestling legend Tracy Smothers. That's a connection that both of these ladies have, as well as Holly Swag wants no part of her mother.
I was glad to hear Jessie Jones sent a sympathy card out to Levi, Americana's son, who, as everyone knows, Americana took an absence of leave to tend to Levi with that injured arm of his that he broke. And Jessie Jones was so considerate. She took a shine to Levi when they took a visit to her down there in Kentucky. Crawdad fishing and all. Holly Swag brought in the hard way.
Holly Swag was excited about this matchup, but she does not want to participate, David, here today.
And Jessie Jones, I think, just spit on her hand and then gave a slap with that spit on it to Holly Swag's face. I don't know if that's the first time Swag's had spit on her face, because she's not reacted to it, and she's getting pounded and pounded and pounded by Jessie Jones.
The lock and load back elbows to Holly Swag now as Jessie Jones sends Swag to the middle of the canvas with a snapmare takeover and a diving clothesline now as referee Jeff McGowan says just a 1 count, Jessie. You're gonna have to do more than that to retain your titles tonight.
If you ever shake hands with Jessie Jones, Nigel, make sure you got a pocket square in your back pocket, a handkerchief, because she may spit in that palm and shake your hand like she did me once.
Hey, look at this, David. Now Big Rig Betty has her own daughter. Been across the knee.
She's spanking her. She's spanking her, teaching the daughter a little respect. Finally, we get some adult action in here on this daughter that showed no respect for her mama.
And Holly Swag just embarrassed by her own. Oh my!
Did you see that?
Oh my!
She spit in her mother's face. Nothing more despicable than that.
Of all the low-down things you could do, and now hammering away at her own mother.
Her mother's never had spit in her face, and you could see when it hit, she reacted. Holly Swag, Penelope Pink giving the boots to Big Rig Betty. The fabulous Lana Starr on the outside. She's enjoying it. Now her protege, Holly Swag, giving it to her mother. That was was disgusting, Nigel.
And what was even more disgusting was the slap right across the face, the open hand slap from Holly Swag, slapping her own mother. And now goes for another backhand, but Big Rig Betty says, you know what, everything's fair game now, as Holly Swag just sends a series of forearm shots to the back of Big Rig Betty.
There doesn't seem to be any love lost here between Swag and her mom. Holly Swag is a disrespectful child.
Double knee there to the head of Big Rig Betty from the challengers Penelope Pink and Holly Swag, and they're mighty proud of themselves now.
Oh, Jessie Jones comes in and just clocks Penelope Pink from behind.
Jessie Jones breaking up the photo op, but costing Big Rig Betty a little bit more damage as the emotions taking over for Jessie Jones as Holly Swag drops the elbow.
This is the main event, fans. We hope to bring all the action to you. If we're not, we're gonna bring you the action on WoW Superheroes YouTube channel so you can see it all in its completion. Right now, the fans are getting behind the favorites, Jessie Jones and Big Rig Betty. But the daughter's taking over on her mother.
Holly Swag, my goodness, that running knee connects. This could be enough to be new champions. No.
Holly Swag, if you haven't known, showing disrespect to her mother, staying in that mansion with the fabulous Lana Star, trying to enjoy that lifestyle of Beverly Hills living, not going back to her roots with Tennessee, with her mom in Kentucky, with her friend Jessie Jones. She just bought into the entire Hollywood experience, living in Beverly Hills, and Penelope Pink takes Big Mama down.
The passenger princess from Penelope Pink to Big Rig Betty.
She doesn't give a high five, though, to her partner. They're like individuals out here, not tag team partners.
They are, but ever since taking down Big Rig Betty, they have been able to at least keep Big Rig Betty in their corner. Frequent tags, and they seem to be more on the same page than they have in the last couple of weeks now, as Penelope Pink mounting, but her fist runs into that top turnbuckle. Oh my! And now followed up by her face, Big Rig Betty with a short arm clothesline that connects, sending Pink down to the canvas.
And Pink's head hit that top turnbuckle when she was pulled off the ropes. And then that set up that clothesline. But both competitors are slow to get to their feet, Nigel. They're both spent.
Can the Big Rig make it over to her partner, Jessie Jones? Yes!
And Pink tags Swag. Holly Swag comes in fresh, but so does Jones. She spit right on her hand and gave the slap to Holly Swag. And now she gets a little spit in her face.
Jessie Jones sending Holly Swag down with the clothesline, a back elbow, and now a boot to the midsection and paying Penelope Pink back.
Jessie Jones, Bourbon Zone from Kentucky, Bartstown, here in the ring, going to town on Holly Swag, who came from the same roots, the same I-65 lifestyle, and then traded it in to be on the 405 in the Beverly Hills lifestyle of Beverly Hills. She's getting it taken to her right now.
Jessie Jones now has Holly Swag hooked in the Southern Discomfort submission. But Penelope Pink in to save things for her team now. Pink being sent down though by Big Rig Betty. Side Russian leg sweep from the Big Rig.
Swag crawling to the corner, Jones following her. Big Rig's got Penelope in the opposite corner. Jeff McGowan's trying to get some semblance of order. Penelope and Holly stop before intersecting their brains into the midsection. Into the middle of the ring.
Big Rig and Jessie thinking the same thing, but look
here
who's
we
out
go,
here.
Nigel, here we go.
Miami Sweetie.
Hold it. Jeff is calling. Jeff is calling for a title. He's calling for the bell. Jeff McGowan calling for the bell.
Miami Sweetie must have been watching in the back and breaking up the pin that would have possibly ended this matchup for Big Rig and Jessie Jones.
Here comes Aussie and Tormenta. Aussie and Tormenta.
And Princess Aussie and Tormenta taking out Miami Sweetie.
Loose here in Wild Women of Wrestling.
Big Rigs and Bourbon able to retain the championship tonight thanks to a disqualification disqualification. We're going to need officials out here.